Are you ready for a challenge? That's right. We're going to break everything down that you need to know about the new challenges here in episode 11 right there. And we're going to talk about all the stuff to help you be successful along your way and break it down in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, questions, comments, do let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and let us know down below. What is your best result, my friends? What teams? All that fun stuff. Regardless, we'll try and get through each of these for you here. However, today is all about what exactly is the challenge about. So first and foremost, as we take a step back, we are now in episode 11, Silence of Conviction. Many players were asking me, is the challenge mode outside episode 11? They did not cover this in the patch notes, so one thing to be aware of here. Let's go to episode 9. As we look at this one, no, it is not there, my friends. So for now, it is only episode 11. So I do want to clarify that because lots of players were asking me that question. So now that we know, okay, so what does that mean? All right, so let's go ahead. Once you complete hard mode, we'll have the hard mode guides here for you available shortly, so stay tuned for those. We have the challenge mode, so you can select challenge mode. The nice thing about the challenge mode here is this: it does not take any of your precious juicy stamina jellies, and we are probably short, and I am short right now as we're trying to get through episode 11, so why not go play the challenge? Now here is how the challenge works, my friends. Okay, so the first thing is you need to select 10 points. By selecting those points, then you will be able to do a battle. Look at that, just like that. Okay, now ultimately, if you can get all the way through 60 viewers in chat, let me know, because I want to know, and you can feel free to share your teams or feel free to let us know on the Discord server, all that fun stuff, regardless, or socials. Regardless, though, what you kind of want to think about is the team that works for you and your best team, and then play around with some of these things. Is it more defensive? Is it more attack oriented? Certainly you're going to need a ton of stuff to get through 60, and there is going to be some strategy behind these. Now, my thought process on this is we have a couple different things. We have enemies have more HP, enemies deal more damage, enemies take less damage, enemies have more attack speed, your team takes more damage, and your max HP is reduced. The max HP reduced does hurt. So a couple things here that you may want to try first. I don't mind enemies having more HP, because then I can actually focus on just knocking them out, right? So that's one way. The other thing, enemies deal more damage, that does hurt, so we might not want to do that. Enemies take less damage, might not be terrible out of the gate. And then final damage taken by enemies comes down just a little bit. Your damage taken maybe goes up just a little bit, and your team is hurting just a little bit more, okay? So we were at 10. We're going to try 20 points here. I'm going to move over to this team first. So let's go ahead and go for the run, and then I'll come back and cover some of the other components here for you. So as you can see, we do have what looks like injury on our team. However, we are not going to be able to overheal that. So there are 2 waves just like this. Dun, dun, dun. We got through the first one. We're starting to see the salt kick in here, right there. And boom, look at that. We set a new record. That is a solid strategy. Level 20 is now complete. So on that perspective here, this is how I set it up and gave you some ideas on why and how. So again, very, very important from that perspective. You can see the enemies here that you're going to run into. Then additionally, don't forget this, because this is really important. We are in Beast East. Land radiates with power beast before he unfolds anything like you ever seen in Crispia. So what does that mean? Topping bonus effects. So what matters? Biscuits, my friends, we are back in Beast East. I did not start with that on purpose. Now, the other things that you do run into, you got healing reduction by 65%, shield capacity reduction by 65, debuff resist, and damage down already. So very important to tie all these different pieces together. So now we're at 20 points, my friends. Very, very nice. And when you back out and you go back into it, it will show your result, 20 out of 60. So there's the challenge information here as well. If you're curious on the additional rules and different pieces, you can read through this. Most of it was already what I covered. Now, a couple things here, though, as well, back into challenge mode. You might want to know the team that I use to at least get to 20 here and continue to progress your way. I love that. That's in red for challenge mode, by the way. A couple things here. This is what we're running. We are running a team of fire and the good old Eternal Sugar with a double heal team. So we are on Dream Conductor's Whistle, Old Pilgrim Scroll, Sleepyhead's Jelly Watch there for attack. We're heavily attack focused. We may need to shift to more survivability, and once we get to that 60, which is lots of healing, lots of damage resist, lots of survivability, and then hopefully not just getting clocked out as an idea. Well, particularly for me as the #1 free-to-play player, because we don't have fully ascended cookies and fully maxed everything. And that's just the way it's going to be. So with that, though, a couple things, though, you still see that top most effects here. In terms of our gear, we're on fire attack, these kinds of pieces. We can certainly optimize all of these as well. We got lots of survivability. You may even want to change some of these biscuits. Most likely that's going to be part of the key strategy to get through these. And you should be pretty proud, by the way, if you are able to do that. And I would love to see it. Here's all the stats, because I know some players like to ask, because watch this. If we go to 60, this is going to get crazy. Watch this. It hurts really bad. Look at this. My team. Boom, done. Boom, done. We got some damage in there. A little bit. Anyway. We failed. Challenge level 60. So, regardless though, my friends, that is all that you need to know here about the new awesome challenge mode. It's really cool. Again, it is here available to you in episode 11. After you get through hard mode, it unlocks. We talk through each of the pieces here and some of the key information when it comes to the challenge settings. Again, my preference is more for giving your enemies more survivability out of the gate versus damage directly to you, and totally reducing your health so that you don't get crushed like we did at 60. Now, you can play around with a bunch of different teams. This was the team that did work for me. Certainly, as maybe we get Silent Salt and some of those other cookies that can evade some of that salt damage and all that fun stuff. That might be another strategy for us here to explore another day. So that is all the key aspects here for Challenge Episode 11, a breakdown of everything that you need to know, our team, Beast Yeast because it's Beast Yeast, and some great ideas on scoring for best results. We are currently at 20, and we continue and will continue to work on more teams for you here. With that, my friends, I truly hope you enjoyed today's episode. Again, let us know down below the challenge, the level, the team, everything, because it's fun for us to share as a community as well. And feel free to post in the Discord server and socials. And with that, if you still got questions or comments, do let me know. I love to hear from you as always. And thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. And with that, my friends, get out there, knock down some challenges, because I'm going to be out there trying to score my best regardless as the #1 free-to-play player. And until next time, my friends, keep on running.